semifinal season against the Manchester Blue Devils. Right up the road, first time in 20 years the Blue Devils have come to Hamilton, and the anticipation's through the roof. Excited for the season. Being around this team since January 6th. They've been working for this moment right now. You might notice the picture a little different right now. You see the turf, the pattern of the green on the turf being done. The end zones look different. The numbers look different. We got a video board now that's over there, excited for the season. And right now you see the team getting ready to go into the tunnel. You see them walking over, the band's getting ready for them to run out on the field. I can't remember a season up here where the excitement was this high. I think a lot of it has to do with Manchester coming in here. This rivalry was played for 40 years consecutively. They took a long break off from 2025 to 2024. Last season, Harris County went to Manchester, a 16-8 win, a thrilling victory for Harris County. They kind of got their season started off good. They won the first 4 games, tying a record for Harris County. And now this year they're trying to get off that same hot start, but they're gonna have a lot of new people in that offensive line completely redone. But I mentioned before, look for Wes Cowboy Sappington on that offensive line. He was the 6th offensive lineman last year out of 5 that went off to the next level. He's looking to make his mark and get everything set up this season. And that's how they're gonna go on offense. I think that right now you see the players over on the far side. They got the tunnel set up. They're looking to run through there and come out on the field, get ready to play. The captains are lined up in the end zone. It's Carter Myers, Kingston Rivers, PJ Sterling, and Nolan Johnson are your 4 captains. We'll talk about them later in the game a little bit more as the band's ready to play. The scoreboard's getting ready to play some more hype stuff to get the crowd fired up that's already fired up. And we'll be right back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Harris County.
Here they come! More big transport trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the to choose from. Discounted up to $12,750. Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features. Discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, deposit bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Fired up as Harris County's out here. We see the coaching staff getting in their spot. Harris County wearing their black tops, black pants, waiting on Manchester to enter the field on the far end zone. They got on their white tops and silver pants and silver helmets. They're getting ready to run out. See, they're clearing the field off. The captains are ready to go out for the coin toss. Look at the captains for Manchester.
Captains for the Manchester Blue Devils tonight. Number
Favors.
0, senior Darius Favors.
Bronte Jones.
Number 5, senior Bronte Jones. Number 6, senior DeMorris Favors.
Rivers,
Number 10, senior Jaden Terry.
Looks like Carter Myers will be doing the talking for Harris County.
And captains for the Harris County Tigers. Number 0, senior Nolan Robinson Johnson. Number 10, senior Philip Sterling. Number 11, senior Kingston Rivers. And number 33, senior Carter Myers.
is the most anticipated point of the game, the point of the season right now. Because Harris County's on the sidelines, ready to go. Manchester still hasn't ran through their banner yet. Their sidelines are still empty as they're taking it right up to the last possible moment before they run out on the field. And looks like Manchester's won the toss. And they deferred.
Manchester has won the toss and deferred.
We'll get the ball. Looks like to start off, and Harris County will be driving towards the water tower.
Tigers are receiving the football.
Season's almost here in Harris County. I know the people
Good evening and
this.
welcome to Danny Durham Field at Harris County Tiger Stadium.
Mr.
Tonight, as we celebrate
Coach Renner on the
the
PA
70th
system.
season of this Tiger football team, we welcome our neighbors, my friends, the Blue Devils from Manchester High School for a non-region season opening matchup. We'd like to wish both of these teams and their coaches the best of luck. It's opening night here in Hamilton, Georgia, USA, and we are ready for some football.
Getting ready to return the kick. I see Coach Keith Dohit down here on the 30, ready to block. So these kids, we've been watching them since they were, freshmen, some of them even middle school when Coach Watson first got here, and the Blue Devils run out on the field. Since they were, freshmen, some of them Watson first got here, and the Blue Devils run out on the field. It takes everybody back. If you're old enough, you're 30 plus, you remember this rivalry was the game for Harris County for years and years. Seeing these colors come back together is something special to see. Manchester's getting set up. Looks like it's going to be Brady Daniel to kick it off. Back deep for Harris County.
Brady Daniel teeing it up for Manchester.
Right here on the near hash mark. Taylor on the far hash mark. And it's football time in Harris County. They run up. Taylor catches it at the 20. Goes around to the cuss high. Makes a man miss. Outside 35, 40. At the 50. They're going to catch it from behind. Brought down to the 39-yard line. Harris County's in action right here. And the offense getting ready to run out on the field.
Number 10 is Jaden Perry. Harris County football first and 10 at the Manchester 33-yard line.
They're going to cut them down at the 33, it sounds like. Joseph Taylor getting the season started. And we get ready to see who this offense they run out there on the field. Coach Watson keeping the cards close to his chest. Either he's trying to, and Kingston Rivers in beside him to his left, and a lot of it is shotgun with 3 down. Snap. He's going to look through to Jalen Robinson with the catch. He's at the 35-30. Hit from behind, brought down about the 25-yard line. And it's going to be a first down, Harris County. Harris County started this drive right at the 33.
First down, Tigers.
And they're down to the 26. It's going to be another shotgun with 3 receivers, flip to the top. Cade Tyus at the very top. There's going to be a handoff. Going to hit a man. It's going to be Kingston Rivers and brought down.
Handoff to Kingston Rivers.
It's going to be a short gain.
He's stopped by DeVoris Favors.
See where they spot it. About the 22. Looks like a
4-yard gain on the play. Second and 6.
And it's going to be second and 6, just where Harris County wants to be, moving the ball. Alexis gets the call from Coach Watson and running back Coach Sean Friedley. Alexis looks, he's going to got 2 up top, 1 receiver at the bottom. They're going to be whistles all over the place. They still hit. It looked like Nolan Johnson came in at running back.
Flag on the field.
Check the flag. And it's going to be a false start on Harris County.
False start Tigers.
That's going to set us for the Tigers.
Help keep our stadium clean by properly disposing of any trash in one of the many containers. Thank you.
It's going to be second and 11 from the 27.
Second and 11.
down here at the bottom, fakes the toss, throws it out, low pattern to Cade. Just over his
Right
head.
with a pass intended for Cade Thomas. Falls incomplete. Morris favors on the coverage for the Blue Devils. 3rd and 11.
Carter Myers coming into the game. Myers in at running back. Gonna go trips at the top, trips down here at the bottom. They're gonna fake it to Myers. Alexis keeps it inside the 20. It's gonna be close. Let's see where they spot it.
Looks like a first down from here.
He's gonna set up a 4th and short. And all eyes go down to Tommy Watson. I don't think he's gonna think twice. Let's see. And he's gonna
He
run.
stopped just short of a first down. Will bring up 4th and 1.
The power team out there. You see the big bodies coming in at fullback. Alexis gets the call on 3rd and 11. The quarterback keeper sets up a 4th and short. Harris County in a diamond formation. Kingston Rivers in the back. They're going to hand it to him. He's hitting the line, but he drives through. He's down there about the 11-12 yard line. We'll see where they mark it. First down, Harris County. And Tommy Watson is doing just what he likes to do. Methodically go these 35 or so yards this drive started. Eating the clock. Eating the
Picked
clock
up a big block from number 56, Bradley McCluskey.
To the 9-minute mark on a short drive. Harris County's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Tigers 1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 12-yard line.
It's going to be Alexis again. Kingston Rivers to his right. Taylor down there to the slot. He's going to give it to Rivers again. He's hit, but he drives them legs through there. Inside the 10.
Kingston Rivers, the ball carrier.
See where they spot every second down at about 5. 2nd and 6. Ball on the 8.
4-yard gain on the play. 2nd down.
Comes out to catch a breath. He's going to need some of that breath when he goes on defense. Now it's down to the 8-yard line. Joseph Taylor down here at the bottom. Going to be a quarterback power. 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. Let's start the 2025 season. Matthew Alexis punches it in. 12-yard run. Harris County shows some power after an electric kickoff return by Joseph Taylor. Electric kickoff return by Joseph Taylor. Nate Baxter, the sophomore in. That kick is good. And here's
Manchester 0.
They're going to come off. That was Preston Jenkins with the snap. Nate Baxter punches it through. And now this here's the defense. Try to match the energy. That scoring drive brought to you by the Shoes Kubota. Covered there's got his power in downfield, all run. Going down there, that drive started. The big kickoff. Joe Dasher up the cheers for his support of Harris County Athletics and Harris County football.
Tanner Gunther set the kick for the Tigers.
And they're getting ready to kick this puppy off. It's going to be back for again, I believe. That's inside the 20 now.
Jaden Hodo with the fair
Tanner
catch for the
Gunther with
Manchester
the
Blue
kick.
Devils.
Great. That was a great kick.
Blue Devil football 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line.
Now they're getting the ball off. I see Manchester's on for their wing team offense.
Players and Touchdown Club would like to thank Outback Steakhouse for today's pregame meal. Thank you for all you do. First and 10.
PJ Sterling, Liam Collier, defensive line getting in position. Manchester under center. He's looking over the middle, got a man wide open. And just like that, Manchester's going downfield. Anthony with a 82-yard touchdown reception as Dre McGee dropped back, had him wide open. Everybody in anticipation, run from this wing offense. And it's a quick hitter for a touchdown. Harris County's up 7-6, taking this extra point for Manchester.
I think that was Manchester's plan all along, was to, you know, they knew they were going to come out firing because Harris County was expecting the run for sure.
And now it's going to be Bronte. Let's see, it's going to be Brady Daniel to kick it. And almost blocked. Let's see. It's no good. And Harris County clings to this 1-point lead, 7-6, after a one-hitter from Manchester. Goes just like that to pull it up. 82-yard, just right over the middle pass. Dre McGee hit Ja'Cory Anthony wide open over the middle. Everybody just had a loud gasp right when they saw the opening, and all you could hope for was a wobbly incompletion, and they took it straight to the house. And if this is any kind of indication of what's to come tonight, you ain't going to watch anything else, because this might be the game. We know it's the best game in the area. We always believe that anytime these rivalries get together, but it might be a haymaker of the state wide right now. And there's some big games going on throughout the state. But nothing matters more than this game right here in Hamilton for us. Brady Daniel going to kick it off again. Taylor and McGee deep for Harris County. Remember, he caught the last one kind of running up. He caught it about the 20. Had a big return. This is a low line drive, like they're trying to get it out of bounds. He's going to catch it at the 10, at the 15, making people miss. Gets about the 20, 21-yard line. Let's see where they spot him at the 21, 22, and that's where Harris County is going to take over. And they had a short field last time that led to the touchdown. Now they're going to have to go the length of the field. They're 78 yards away from that end zone. And let's see here who we're going to run out there. Alexich had the touchdown run, 8-yard touchdown run last drive. He's going back out there now. Carter Myers. You also see 27. That's Preston Jenkins going in on offense. He's playing some tight end. Moved to safety as a primary position. Harris County's got 3 wideouts. Looking down here on the hash mark, K. Tyus. Down around the numbers near you is Jalen Robinson. And they're going to hand it to Carter Myers. He just pounds in the middle, and he's going to get a short gain, maybe 1 yard. And Nolan Johnson's going to come in, and he's going to get a short gain, maybe 1 yard. And Nolan Johnson. They love rotating them running backs, big, powerful backs at that. And they got that with the linebackers of Rivers, Myers, and Nolan Johnson. Now they go back to this trips down here at the bottom as Cade's going to move down to the numbers. Jalen off the line. And let's see if flag comes down. Manchester's pointing at Harris County. Harris County's pointing towards Manchester. We just watched the white hat, and we'll just see what he has to say about this whole deal. False start. That's going to back Harris County up. That's their second procedure penalty of the day. They had one earlier and made up for it real quick. And going to put Harris County behind the sticks again, 2nd and 12. They get the signal, they come in. It's going to be Jalen by himself. There's 2 receivers up top, Cade and Tyus and Taylor, I believe. Going to be a fake the handoff, quick throw. Going to be a little Screen, K. Tyus all the way down for a first down. Harris County, a little wrinkle in their order, hitting these young receivers. That's the second one. We saw Jalen Robinson a little earlier on that first drive, first play. Now we see K. Tyus get one, and he gets the first down. And if you're watching us on Facebook, welcome back to the game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Harris County. Channel unlike anything else you've seen around. Happy to be a part of the Georgia Alabama Sports Live family as Alexa gets the snap, throw. He cuts to the inside. I think that was Jalen Robinson again, and he's going to get about 9 on that one. It was Jalen. That's his second catch of the night. And he's going down, set up a second and short. And we mentioned before, this is what Tommy Watson loves. He can lean on that offensive line right here. In his eyes, he's got 3 shots to try to get about 1.5 yards, and he'll take that all day, especially with these big power running backs. And as soon as you focus on the power backs, Alexich pulls it back, and he'll keep it, and he'll get the first down plus some, as now they're going to go trips down here to the bottom. Kingston Rivers to the left of Matthew Alexich at quarterback. Manchester's trying to get a change into their safety. It's going to be a handoff to Rivers. He gets a gap. First down, hits a man, spins, keeps going, drives inside the 40, and Harris County's got another first down, and they've crossed the 40. Let's see where they spot him down. By the 36-yard line, it looks like. Kingston Rivers with a powerful run and then put a little spin move at the same time. How many times you get to hit the hit stick in the circle at the same time on your controller, and he did both. And Harris County's driving back down the field. It's 1st and 10, ball on the 36. Approaching 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. And there's a snap. Straight quarterback power. Alexich gets a big hole. He's across the first down. And he's going to be down around the 25. Quarterback power for Harris County. And Matthew Alexich doing what he did at the second half of last year. Is just physical runner and getting those first downs, finding the gaps. He's good at finding those and making the defense pay. He's not the biggest and he's not the fastest quarterback you'll see, but he just runs the ball so well. It keeps him going. Here they go, another shotgun. Carter Myers to the right. He's going to get it. No, they pull it back. And Alexich quickly regrets that decision as he goes down for a loss. And Harris County's at 2nd and 12. Manchester runs one off the field. Tyler Robinson comes off. They're trying to switch out some defensive linemen as this Harris County offense driving it downfield. But they're at 2nd and 14. And this one's going to be handed to Carter. And Carter Myers tries to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll be just a little short. And they'll set up about 3rd down and 10.5. And Harris County going to run some beef out on the field. Justin Martin, the big junior, coming out to play offensive line. Nolan's coming off. And Alexich runs back out there. See what the call is here with 3rd and long. First 3rd and long Harris County had tonight. See what offensive coordinator Thomas Cox and Coach Watson dial up right here. They're going to have 2 receivers up top, 3 at the bottom. It's a 5 wide. He's going to throw it quick to a little slant. It's going to be Jalen's. Brought down hard by Devarius Favors. It's going to be a short gain and set up a 4th down here for the Tigers. And let's see what Coach Watson wants to do. 4th and 6 to be exact. Ball on the 21. Looks like the offense is staying out on the field. This will be the second 4th down for Harris County. They got it on the first drive, but that was a 4th and short. This is a 4th and 6. See how they want to do it here. You got Cade Tyus and Jalen Robinson up top. See how they want to do it here. You got Cade Tyus and Jalen Robinson up top. Looks over at Coach Watson to see what he's got. Got 5 on the clock. They're going to let it run down to call timeout with 1 to go, it looks like. And Harris County's going to call timeout. We're going to take one with them. Fireworks early here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Pick a new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
The Harris County has the 4th down. It's going to be at the 21-yard line. Be a 38-yard field goal from here. Let's see. It's going to be the offense running back out there. A little surprised at that, but not surprised at the same time. Just how Coach Watson's been running the last couple of years. And it shows you maybe the faith he has in some of these young offensive linemen. It's going to be 4th and 6 from the 21. That diamond kind of formation shortens up. Power run. Alexich tries to find a gap. He can't find one. He's going to be brought down about the 18, and the defense is going to run out on the field. And it's a Harris County defense that's only played 1 play. And they gave up a long touchdown pass, 82-yard pass to Ja'Cory Anthony from Dre McGee. And now they're going to have to go back out here. And now you got to look out for that pass on a team that you know wants to run the ball. We got a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. So Manchester has a man down, looks like a cramp. See Miss Maddie running out there, the Houston Clinic trainer. Check on the young man. While they're doing that, I'd like to thank Rick Knight at State Farm here in Hamilton. Tiger football is brought to you in part. Check on the young man. Part by State Farm agent Rick Knight here in Harris County, helping their insurance needs. Rick and his team ready to help protect to give anything that matters the most to you. Call and see what Rick Knight can do for you. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And I'd like to thank the Harris County Sheriff's Office. I'd like to thank Mike Jolly, everything he does. He's one of a kind, been the sheriff for just about most of the people I'm around our whole life. He's been the sheriff for us. I'd like to thank him. I'd like to thank his staff, his administration, the jail, court services, and absolutely like to thank all the deputies that keep the streets of Harris County safe and keep us up here. Having a night like this, we see there's a good bit of deputies up here at the school. You see them, the SROs, they're all part of Sheriff Mike Jolly's sheriff's office, and it's just pretty cool to see. We love to see his support, and I'd love to see his support of this school. And he tells me all the time, he asks how all the sports are going. So people don't think he's just out here supporting football. We come up here to watch soccer games, come up here to watch volleyball, softball, baseball. I've seen Sheriff Mike Jolly at every one of those events, watching them kids play and supporting Harris County, and they don't come no better than Sheriff Mike Jolly. We mentioned the scoring drive brought to you by Bashir's Kubota. It's in Opelika, but hey, that's a Harris County man taking care of that with Joe Dasher. Give him a call. For anything Kubota side-by-side tractor, that's 334-203-1322. That's Joe Dasher. They're running a young man off the field. Then Christ Chapel and Hamilton, man. If you're coming from Catawba, it's on your left right when you pass Park. If you're coming from Pine Mountain, it's on your right when you pass Sweet Bay. That's Pastor Randy Huff. They got 2 services, 9:30 and 11:15. Get to Christ Chapel, Hamilton. I'd like to thank them for their support of Harris County athletics and Harris County football. And let's see what this Harris County defense can do now, as they've seen that Manchester will throw it and can throw it, and it poses a problem. They go back under center. Dre McGee, the senior quarterback, gets the snap. This is going to be a handoff to the A-back, and Harris County fills the hole, and he gets nothing, as that's Darius Favors. And let's see, a little extracurricular It's P.J. Sterling and Liam Colley coming in there making the tackle. Manchester thinking there was a little aggressive after the stop, but Harris County catches a break. And we're inside 3 minutes here in the first quarter. And that's what Harris County was looking for on that first play when Manchester dropped back and just threw it. Here's McGee back under center, and it's going to be a man in motion. He's going to give it to the motion man. He's going to run him to the sideline. I think that's Preston Jenkins coming in. It was Preston with a tackle. Ja'Cory Anthony, who had the long touchdown pass, runs the ball. See where they spot it. It might be a first down. It is. And Manchester moves the chains. It's going to be first down from the 29. And that's what you expect to see out of Manchester. Hit the sweeps and the fullback up the middle. They'll work in some option play off of those. And it's going to be a handoff right back up the middle to Favors. And Harris County stuffs that one for about a yard gain. And Carter Myers getting credit for the tackle. They're going to give him 2 on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Keith and Carter Myers getting credit for the tackle. Be 2nd and 8. Running back into the game. Number 22. A lot of players change numbers in high school ball from year to year as their favorite number graduates. They get to grab it. And here they are lining back up on 2nd and 8. Favors back in the fullback spot. McGee under center. They're going to hand it back up the middle. This time he squirts through. And it's going to set up a 3rd and short. And it's going to be 3rd down. Harris County's doing a good job to fill the holes in the middle. He just found one and snuck right through it. It's going to be 3rd and 2 right here. As the pace of these last 2 drives is what we more expected out of these 2 teams. Both are running the ball. Running the play clock down around inside the 10-second mark. 3rd down and 2. They line up fast. McGee under center. Man in motion. They're going to give it to him on a little sweep. Cartavius Gamble gets the first down. And it's going to set up a first down as they're going to be inside the 40. Let's see where they spot about the 43, 44-yard line. 43 it's going to be first down. And it's going to set up a first down as they're going to be inside the 40. Let's see where they spot about the 40. Down. So we're at 17. They're running the clock. They might run it down. Tonight's game brought to you, presenting sponsor Coca-Cola. Whether you're in the stands cheering on the Tigers or at home watching it, or even watching the highlights on a Saturday morning, or just catching any game with friends, nothing goes better with Harris County football than an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Grab one and taste the tradition. That's Coca-Cola tradition and that Harris County tradition. And after 1 quarter, it's Harris County 7, Blue Devils 6. And, hey, before we get out here, we do want to remind everybody at halftime, we'll be going to the Richard Holdridge halftime show live at the Beck Center. He's getting down there, super excited for Richard and what he's been doing, and he's been working hard on that show. And he was down at the Beck Center late last night working on it. And don't forget, after the game, the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Get new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to 12% off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
And welcome back. As first quarter in the books. Harris County with a short field, touchdown drive. And answered right back by a one-play drive by Manchester. And then it's just been running the ball for both teams in short plays and long drives. And here we go, another handoff. He slips through, goes through another tackle. And Harris County hits him at the line. He still gains about 7 yards, and set up a second and short. Safety having to come in and make the tackle as it looked like Harris County hit him at the line. Darius Favors, he's starting to get a little closer and a little closer to looking like he's going to try to break one. So Harris County's going to have to tighten it up a little bit around him and try to keep it like they did early on and contain him as we're here in the second quarter, just getting started. Up under center. He's going to drop back to pass it. Short pass to an open receiver. And they start going for the ball right here, and he's going to fall down for the first down, as that was Jaden Terry making the catch. He was a captain tonight, speaking captain for Manchester. Let's see. We see some officials talking. Was there a flag on that play? Yeah, say it was a flag out there. I'm going to say I didn't see the flag, but I'll be honest with you, with the yellow numbers and the coaches wearing the yellow and the yellow on the HC, there's just so much out there on the field. That's hard to keep up when the flag comes out. And it's right there at midfield now that I've seen it. How can you miss it? Holding on Manchester, that changes everything. As that first down pass is going to set up a second and long. And really for the first time tonight, that puts Manchester behind the chains. I'd like to thank Houston Clinic coming on board and supporting Georgia Alabama Sports Live. All these trainers you see at these games, majority of them are Houston Clinic, including Miss Maddie for Harris County, and a great job she does. Here's a high snap, direct snap to Favors. He's trying to get to the outside. Kingston Rivers catches him. And let's see. That was Jordan Rutledge come in and cleaned it up. Great job by Kingston Rivers in the pursuit, and a better job by Rutledge coming in and tag team knocked him down. And it's going to set up third down and about 9. Great play by Kingston just to contain him, keep that containment, forcing him to the outside, waiting on somebody to come in and help. And it was Rutledge that came in there and cleaned it up. And third and long, let's see what first-year defensive coordinator Logan Winkles can dial up right here on 3rd and 9. That came in there and cleaned it up. Right here. McGee goes under center. Darius Favors going to line up at the top. They're going to call timeout, and Manchester's going to think about it. 3rd and 9 from their own 44. And I look throughout this crowd. What a great crowd we have here in Hamilton tonight. So much going on. Just the excitement level is just so high. We look across the way, the amount of blue and silver we see in the stands. This is what high school football is all about, people. This is what gets you excited about high school football. And just these two great rivalries getting together. And you couldn't ask for two better fan bases that support their community and their county as well as Manchester and Harris County. And they're talking about it over here. See some of these guys on defense. See some of these guys on defense. Let's see, they're asking for noise. They're going to try to get some noise out of this crowd. And they're getting it. The crowd's making noise. 3rd and 9. McGee drops back. He's going to look downfield. Pressure coming. He rolls out. He wrapped him up and bring him down. Sack, Harris County. They're celebrating. It's Liam Colley back there. Let's see who else it is out there celebrating. Kingston Rivers was back there. And that's what you expect, somebody like Kingston Rivers. When you need a big play, you get it. And that's a 6-yard loss. Sets up a 4th down. And let's see if Manchester, they're already ready to punt it. 4th down and long now. Cartavius Gamble going to be in to punt it. Nobody deep for Harris County. And there's a snap. There's the punt and long now. Cartavius back there. The ball lands about the 18. It goes directly out of bounds. Let's see where he blows it down. Right at the, let's say the 20. And that's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20 when Harris County runs out on the field. We mentioned at the start of the game, Derek Moxley Concrete Service and him stepping up and being the title sponsor of this game. It's the Derek Moxley Concrete Service Harris County Game of the Week right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And we'd like to thank everything he does. And this broadcast is built on a solid foundation thanks to our title sponsor, Derek Moxley Concrete Services. Just like they pour the concrete that supports homes and businesses all across the community, DMCS is proud to lay the foundation for bringing you every play, every touchdown, every Friday night under the lights right here in Harris County. And let's see the handoff. And he's going to go through there and get a short, let's see, a medium gain, set up a 2nd and medium. And it's 2nd and 4, inside 10 minutes to go. There's nothing more than Coach Watson would like right here than just drive the ball downfield, long, methodical drive, get 7, and take about 8-9 minutes off the clock. And let's see the whistles on the play. There's going to be another procedure. Let's see. Harris County's clapping. Harris County's clapping. Let's see. And let's see here. That's going to be County. And let's see here. That's going to be County. Looks like the new wide receivers coach, Coach Atwater, was out on the field as well with Coach Watson, junior quarterback. Came on second half last season in a storm, and he's been taking over the reins. Here's another throw out to Jalen Robinson. He splits the gap. He gets down around the 40. He might have got across to the 41. Let's see. That's the 3rd catch by Robinson, and a nice gain as Harris County gets another 1st down. They're starting to drive. They had a 38-yard drive, led to a touchdown the first one. First possession, second possession, they got down close, had a turnover on downs inside the 20, and they're trying to drive the ball again. It's going to be Alexich. Another one over to Ramsey at the top of the field. He goes to the angles to the 45, 50, cuts back across about the 46-yard line, 45-yard line. Either way, it's a 1st down Tigers, and we're across midfield, and we're getting into Blue Devil territory. We look over at the clock. It's approaching 8 minutes. And this beautiful sunset going on in Harris County, one of the most scenic stadiums in the state, living up to its title tonight. Alexich going to throw it again over here, this time to Cade Tyus. He runs to the angle, 40, cuts back, 35, 34-yard line. Let's see. It's going to be another Harris County 1st down. And there's laundry out there around the 40 that could just ruin the mood. Let's see. Harris County throwing it out to these young receivers. Hold on to Harris County. That does change everything. They'll tone you down a lot because that's going to set up a 1st and 20. And Ethan, they've been running the ball so much now they're using the outside of these young receivers.
Yeah, for sure. And you love to see it, especially, the young guys like you just mentioned, Robinson and Tyus. And, just think when they're juniors and seniors, dude.
It's going to be fun to see Ethan up here keeping stats. And every now and then he comes in. He's your voice for Harris County sports here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. As there's another throw out there I didn't see the number on that one, but he's running down the sideline. It's going to be vital for the big gain. McKyree, he's going to get a big gain. That's another sophomore, too, at this wide receiver position. And it's going to be another flag, another hold, and another hole that Harris County's in right now. As your 1st and 10 turned into a 1st and 20, and now your 1st and 20's turned into a 1st and 30. And now Harris County's coming out. Preston Jenkins coming in at that tight end, kind of an H-back spot. It's going to be a quarterback power. They're looking for somebody to hit. They do. And it's finally going to get some positive yards without a flag coming out of the official's pocket. And it's going to set up a 2nd down and about Pine Mountain to go. And there's going to be another stoppage on the field. There's going to be another Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. And look at Miss Maddie. She's running that back out across the field. Early in the season, you can expect this a lot, especially on a night like tonight. Ethan, you got the humidity, cramps going through the roof. They're fighting through cramps, all of these players. They're trying to stay hydrated. I guarantee they got a water bucket down on the sidelines on both sides that's got pickle juice in it, and they got a coach that's got some packets of mustard in his pocket because they got to beat these cramps tonight. And they're trying like crazy to beat it. And, hey, when you do have a teammate or the other team cramps up, and they're trying like crazy to beat team cramps up, what a great opportunity to go to the sidelines, take a knee, get off your feet, and drink some more fluids, stay hydrated. Miss Maddie does a great job of working in electrolytes and stuff like that on the sideline, so it's not just water all the time. You have an option you could take. But we mentioned the scene here at Harris County. Tiger Way connects Mobley Road and Highway 116. And if you haven't been up here or you haven't been up here in a while, I know a lot of the people I've been around, they ain't been to Harris County early 2000s, back when the school was kind of new. Hey, you need to come up here and see what's going on. They do a great job over the softball's got the lights on. Hey, what about softball? Harper Horton, 4 home runs the other night, got rained out in the next game. So they're looking to play somebody, trying to get back on that state championship run. Looks like no momentum's been lost. And how about the excitement around baseball?
Fun to watch these guys and watch softball as well, but baseball and both softball, I think they're going to be pretty good this year. We were talking about on the baseball broadcast last year how the young guys were coming up.
Absolutely, man. That's what we're excited about. Now Harris County's come out 2nd and 24. See what Coach Watson wants to play. And Lexit dropping back, throws it deep. It's 2 men back there, and luckily it sails too far as Manchester read that play like a Dr. Seuss book, and they was waiting on the pass. And it's going to set up a 3rd down and 24 here for this Harris County offense. And let's see what they want to dial up here. Alexic jogging out. He's talking to Jalen Ramsey. Harris County was doing a great job just hitting them short. A little tunnel screen, top, tunnel screen, bottom, tunnel. But the holding penalties have just killed this drive. Now it's 3rd and 24. Coach Watson angrily takes a timeout. And we like to say right now, remind everybody the presenting sponsor, Coca-Cola, tonight's game, their presenting sponsor, and whether you're in the stands cheering on the Tigers or at home, and hey, there's nothing better than sitting at home. For me, it's a Coke Zero. My boy Brandon Schwobel, he goes through the Coke Zeros like you wouldn't believe, and there's nothing better than getting at home and it's hot outside on a Friday. You did a little yard work after your office job or your factory job. You come in, you pop that ice cold Coke Zero. You throw YouTube on your TV. You find Harris County Athletics. You watch a little Harris County football and enjoy that Coca-Cola. And I know there's a lot of people doing that right now all throughout, not just Harris County, but, hey, we got Tigers all over the place. And some of them football players that go out of town to college, but everywhere you go, You just about find somebody that's got Harris County. There's a lot of people doing that right now all throughout, not just about 5 guys, and they're still on this timeout. Coach Watson happy with the way this drive was going with the back-to-back holding penalties. There's never a situation that would be pleasing to a coach, so he just kind of had to eat it with 3rd and 30. They tried to throw it deep, and Manchester was expecting that. And now Alexic, 3rd and 24. Snap, looking deep. He's going to throw a little screen set up to Kingston Rivers. He's at the 50, cuts across 45. He's going to be rolling inside the 40. And 3rd and 24 is going to set up a 4th and about 4 or 5 yards. And this is another Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout on the field. And we're going to step away here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet or contactless payments. By the way, Mom, more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready for $4,000 off MSRP. Enjoy no. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
And welcome back to Hamilton, Georgia, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Harris County bringing you Harris County football. And don't forget, halftime, don't go anywhere. Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime show presented by the Beck Center. Coming up, Richard Holdridge. Man, that guy is excited about this. And, hey, nobody better for this kind of environment, this kind of show for him is right up his alley. He's been waiting for it. Dude was studying games all throughout the state last night, and he just can't wait. And then after tonight, action, you could catch the GIAA show right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live as they're going to bring in all the GIAA action through the private schools. I know you're watching this game, hey, you're thinking it's GHSA, but there's a lot of good schools in that GIAA, a lot of good schools down in the Columbus area that are from that GIAA. And that's on GIAA.com, GIAA.com. You can check that out. But, hey, it's got our boy Thrift Behringer and got Richard Holdridge on it. And we always say if it's going to have our people, our partners on here, our calling partners, we're going to shout them out, and we're going to call them two out, and they're going to be the GIAA show at the Beck Center after all this action tonight. And Manchester helps their compadre off the field, and it's going to set up a 4th and 4. And we were just talking during the timeout about how 3rd and 24, you're thinking you're just going to eat it and punt it away, and Kingston Rivers catches a screen pass, goes 20, sets you up 4th and 4, and that is right in Riverboat Gambler Tommy Watson's territory, and he's going to go for it here. Ball on the 39 of Manchester. Shotgun formation with Alexic, Preston Jenkins in at the H-back. Looks like Nolan Johnson to the left of Alexic. You got a stack down here. Quarterback power. Alexic runs. He gets wrapped up. He keeps the legs moving. And let's see where they spot it. We look down here to the near side official. Let's see who they spot it with. The guy up top has it short. The guy at the bottom has it close. And they're going to call the offense off the field. And Manchester's going to take over. But, hey, when it was 1st and 30, who'd have thought you'd have had a chance like that? And this team shows a lot of grit. and already showing early in this game, Ethan, they're not going to quit.
Early, obviously, they both, came out firing quick.
Yeah.
The one-play touchdown from Manchester, obviously, and Harris County got set up short field position to start their first drive, but been quiet since.
Yeah, that's right. And, I mean, you look at that first drive, that first play, 82-yard bomb right over the middle. Everybody could see him get open. Miscommunication on defense. But since then, Harris County's defense buckled in. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. They empty out the backfield for McGee. He's going to hit a man in motion. He pitches it. It's on the ground. He recovers it. And it's going to be second and long. He looked like he was going to try to pitch it to Ja'Cory Anthony in motion. Ja'Cory Anthony coming, and it's like he went to pitch it and changed his mind and threw it straight up. Similar to what you see baseball players, and they try to hold it and spike it into the ground, and that could have been disaster for Manchester. But instead, it's going to be second and 19 from their own 27, they say. They line back up. Now they got Favors in there at that little A-back. McGee throws it out. Going to be caught. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by Harris County. And he's going to be down around by the 34. Carter Myers coming off the field. They caused that fumble. Manchester just avoided it with the last play. Harris County said, we'll cause our own fumble and we'll pick it up ourselves. And Harris County's coming off the field trying to see who recovered. I think that might have been Rutledge up at the top of the screen. And let's see here. This is going to be first and 10 for Harris County. And I'm going to go back and say that 3rd and 24, 20-yard gain by Kingston Rivers, it changed momentum. Even though they didn't get the first down, it changed field position. Now Harris County has the ball on first down after they're forced a turnover. Let's see here as the officials are talking.
I thought for sure he had made a football move, had a couple steps.
Well, everybody else did. The chain gang done moved the chains. I don't know what this discussion is going to be.
This discussion was a little delayed too, so I feel like if they really thought it may have been incomplete, if they really thought it was going to be incomplete, they would have had this conversation sooner. So I think Harris County should be in the clear.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking. You see the chains then got moved. The officials are talking. The white hats coming. And now, as Maddie runs off across the field, looks like Manchester may have something going on at the top. And let's see, is the white hat, it looks like Manchester may have something going on at the top. And let's see, is the white hat is walking with Miss Maddie, as the official might have got banged up on the play. How about a Jack Houston Memorial for an official? Don't have that one too often. We hope he's okay for him to kind of be banged up like he's pointing at his leg. I think back to that game, I believe it was Jamie Fox's last year here. We had an official get taken out and had to get subbed out with the other official. Don't look like it's that severe as the offense runs back out there. How about the Harris County Touchdown Club? Mr. Lenny Moore over here, the president of the Touchdown Club. Go to the website, go to the social media for the Touchdown Club, find the QR code, donate, and help Mr. Lenny out, as he provides so much for these boys on the football team and the amazing hamburgers that Mr. Lenny cooks. And it's first down from the 33. Quick throw to Jalen. Nice block. No flag on it. Inside the 30. He's going to be down about the 26. Nice pickup, say about 7 yards. Let's see what they say. The official gain. As Jalen Robinson having a great first half. The little screens like that, man, they're just such dynamic when you have athletes like Harris County does. Lexich has the play. Kingston Rivers in the backfield with him. Keith going to be in there at the H-back. And it's going to be a handoff to Kingston across the 25, down to about the 21, 20-yard line. Watch out, Braxton Roy. He about got taken out down there taking pictures for Harris County social media page, as Kingston was gaining speed on him quick. And it's going to be a first down, Tigers. And they're around the 21-yard line. Harris County's trying to drain that clock. And it's going to be a first down, Tigers. And they're around the 21-yard line. Harris inside 5 minutes. They line up. This offensive line doing a great job of getting out, blocking on those screens. And there's a snap. Another handoff to Kingston. Across the 25. Let's see what they say. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 24. Minimal gain. You know, this game is very, very important to Kingston Rivers. He was injured last year in this game, missed the whole season, missed the spring, missed OTAs. Didn't really get to participate full speed until fall camp started in late July. So, you know, he's ready to go. He's amped up, and he's showing it with some very aggressive runs. And looks like Carter Myers coming in there. Harris County's going 3 receivers to the top. They flip Preston Jenkins at H-back to that side of the field. Let's look out. Let's see if they want to do it to Jalen Robinson one more time. Or maybe they want to give it to Taylor, who had the big kickoff return. Let him go. They move Preston down on the line, and they give it to Carter Myers. Cuts up across the 20, bangs a man at the 17, drives it across the 15, down to the 14. And it's going to set up for a third down and short for Harris County. And Harris County doing what they love to do with these drives, which is just wear you down, wear you down. Remember, last year's game was scoreless all the way to the second half. Harris County got an interception deep inside Manchester territory and really got that going. Now it's 3rd and 3 from the 14. Harris County, Alexich has it. He's going to hand it off. Looks like Nolan Johnson. He's going to try to gain some yards. Nice job by Manchester to close in and bring him down for no gain and set up a 4th down here at the 14-yard line. It's going to be a 31-yard field goal if they wanted to kick it from here. Nate Batchelor, that's within his range. But I don't know if the riverboat gambler himself, Tommy Watson, wants to do that, as he loves these 4th and inside 5 yards to go, wanting to go for it. And that's what Harris County is going to do. Nolan Johnson in to the left of Alexich. 3 receivers up top. And whistles all over the place for a timeout. Let's see who called it. It's the Blue Devils that call timeout. And they come off the field. A couple players limping for Manchester. This is a very physical Harris County team. And that's what they like to do, is physically run the ball and just try to wear you down, grind you down. What they do really, really well. And don't forget, Tuesdays up in Pine Mountain at Fox's Pizza, the Tommy Watson Coaches Show. Hear from Coach Watson and select players each week. Coach Watson said himself Tuesday when he came up to the show, it was just him, and he had Mr. Lenny with him all the time. He loved Mr. Lenny's involved in everything, and Mr. Lenny likes to support Harris County. But Coach Watson said to me, next week I'm bringing players. He wants the players to get involved, and he just wants all that. And he was very appreciative of the Fox's Pizza too. Really thanking Steve Duke for all they do, and I can't thank Steve enough. But that's Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. at Fox's Pizza in Pine Mountain. And if you can't make it to Pine Mountain, which I want you to come to Pine Mountain, it is on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Harris County, live at 7 o'clock. And let's see what we got here as Ethan Petitt climbs up on the table to get a good look at this, as it's going to be a shotgun formation. They get the play clock going. It's going to be a fake a handoff, quarterback run. Lexich has a hole. Let's see, he bangs the gag. Let's go. That's a first down. And Harris County is going to keep the chains moving. Into the 10. Very, very physical run. And that's what Matthew Alexich does best, is go in there and lower that shoulder. We mentioned he's not big like Cam Newton. He's not fast like a Bo Nix, but the dude is just physical. And let's go. With Nolan Johnson to the left of him, 3 receivers up top, and a timeout. Manchester, they're going to call another timeout. And that's going to be all of them. They waste them all. There's 2:44 on the clock. There's 2:44 on the clock. Touchdown Club, I mentioned earlier, go to their website. They're giving away a Kubota side-by-side. Kubota donated by Joe Dasher at Bashir's Kubota. but go to the website and go to the social media. And if you come to the stadium, they're selling tickets down in the grassy area. The side-by-side is a $100 raffle ticket, but go to the Touchdown Club, buy you a ticket, and get you, it's a diesel side-by-side at that, very nice. And on top of it, Touchdown Club added a winch to the front of it. So they looked at it and said, you know, this thing would be look a lot better with a winch. And here they go. Let's see. So go to the Touchdown Club website, Touchdown Club, social media, and look at getting a raffle ticket for that side-by-side, I believe, until October. Nolan Johnson in to the left of Matthew Alexich. And that play looked a little funky on timing. Nolan Johnson brought down inside the 10. The ball was snapped and the players didn't move, so it's kind of a funky start. It's going to set up a 2nd and goal just inside the 10. Short gain. But you already know at this point, if you're Harris County, you get 4 shots at getting 10 yards. There ain't no field goals for Coach Watson, I believe, right here. I think he's all in for a touchdown as the Suns start officially getting behind the mountains now. There's a snap. Going to be a quarterback run. Whistles all over the place. And it's going to be a false start, Harris County, backing them up 5 more yards. And the 2nd and goal is going to be from the 14-yard line. Ethan, that's a lot of penalties here on this offense here in the first half.
It's the first game of the year. You're still trying to get back into that groove, and you'll see that. And also with Manchester already using all their timeouts, they're really trying to settle in here. But also those are things that just can't happen, and they're drive killers. And also, like what you said with Watson, in goal-to-go situations, Manchester's got to be ready to defend 4 downs.
Yeah.
But now they've backed him up to the 14, so we'll see.
And it's Carter Myers coming in at running back. He's going to be to the left. They flip. I believe that's Dohik moving over. Going to be a fake pass in the end zone. He's open. Going to go out the back of the feet as they set the play up perfectly. And if he'd have had that snap at the 16-yard line, we might have had a touchdown, as that was Joseph Taylor in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Jalen Robinson really got that corner to bite there. You see he was, waving his hands like the ball was going to go to him, and they had him in the end zone, but just a little too much on it.
That's right. Think about all the passes we've seen Jalen Ramsey get. Jalen Ramsey on the tonal screens, on the quick hitters. You got to bite on it. Yeah. If you're looking for Jalen, he's down here on the sideline on the near side. You're going to get it right here. Catches it at about the 9. He's going to fall down about the 5. Jalen Robinson having a great first half. And here's that 4th and goal from the 5. You think about the penalty, the 5-yard penalty puts you right where you want to be. But right here, 4th and 5. Is it going to be Alexis? He's going to be hit, brought down about the 1. And just short. It's going to be a turnover on down. And just short. Downs with a minute. Don't forget, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. They're going to say that was a first down. See what they're doing here. Thought that was a goal-to-go situation. Looks like it was. Turnover on downs. Manchester's going to have just over a minute to go, 99 yards. Okay, 98 yards right here to try to take the lead. If you're Harris County, you can afford to just play back. You don't want what happened that first play of the game to happen right here, especially with Manchester getting the ball after the half. So Harris County's got to be super duper cautious about that.
So at the beginning, they caught Harris County off guard, but Harris County has held their ground.
Quick hitter by Manchester. Time just starts flying off the clock with these two offenses. Quick hitter by Manchester. Time just starts flying off the clock with these two offenses. as ball's about the 21 is what they're saying. So that was a good run by Manchester to get it here. Then they add the face mask. And there goes the clock. McGee under center, going to hand it to Anthony. He's going to try to get to the edge. Harris County does a great job of shutting that down. And remember, Manchester has no timeouts left with the clock running, getting inside of a minute to go. See the clock at 53, 52, tick-tocking on down. And Harris County, first drive, had a big kickoff to set up a touchdown drive. Got the 7-0 lead. Manchester, one play later, got in the end zone but missed the extra point. McGee goes up under center, got two backs behind him. Inside 30 seconds, they're going to snap it, going to hand it, and a great job by this Harris County defense not to fall asleep. And P.J. Sterling getting in there, driving him down to the ground. And looks like that's going to take us to the half. Let's see, 18 seconds on the clock. No. Now it's back running. Let's see what they want to do. They're saying Trevor Gibson was in there too. And Manchester's going to jog off the field. Harris County's coming to the sidelines. They're going to run off the field. And as the clock strikes zeros here at halftime, we're going to take it over to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime show live at the Beck Center. Richard Holdridge, we're coming to you.
Steve Smith from Calvary would like that reference. But Wakefield, the starting quarterback for Northside, he's not have to throw the ball. He's been running the football with Jay Jackson and Yarbrough, and Northside is about ground and pound. Coach Opeza has been preaching that to the Northside Patriots, and they have been dominating as they start the third quarter. And by the way, 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions. How about that? All right, down at Otis Spencer Stadium, Kendrick, second-year coach Mayo Brown, as they lead the Walker School by a score of 12-0. And so the Kendrick Cherokees, who beat the Walker School last year, trying to get off to a 1-0 start to start week 1. All right, here is the big game up in Fayetteville. The defending 2A champions, the coaching debut for linebacker Jarvis Jones, who played at the University of Georgia, first-round draft pick with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not a bad way to start. Carver is up 16-0 over Whitewater out of Fayetteville, Georgia. Yeah, what a way to start the season. And then Calvary trying to get their first win in year 2 of the GIAA. Coach Emmanuel Brunson has got them playing hard. Calvary leading Terrell County by a score of 20-0. Braxton Wilkinson throws his first touchdown pass as a Calvary Knight. Also touchdowns by Luke Scoggins and Sawyer Talbot. Over in Macon, the Pacelli Vikings, they trail Stratford Academy by a score of 21-14, but Bobby Gary Jr. throws his first touchdown pass and Pacelli trying to get a big win on the road. As we mentioned, Brookstone and Tatnall is at the half, and Brookstone leads Tatnall Square by a score of 21-0. Let's take a look at some Thursday action. As we had our first game yesterday, Mike Peacock, Mike Frost was on the call at Otis Spencer Stadium for the Hardaway Hawks and the Jackson Red Devils, and it was all Jackson. Brown had 2 touchdown runs, and he was sensational. Jackson ends up winning the game 38-0. And then Columbus. How about Coach Robert Peters in his second year as Columbus gets the 35-17 victory over Miller County? This was a team that went to the playoffs last year in Miller County that beat Columbus 38-9, and Columbus was able to answer the call and get the big victory. Andrew Smith, the fourth, 3 rushing touchdowns, including one that had a highlight reel where he broke out of a tackle and took it to the house. I'm telling you, week 1 has been exciting. We have had 3 exciting broadcasts on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Thank you to everybody for watching the halftime show. If you want to see score updates, keep it right here because we are going to have a scoreboard that's going to update the scores throughout the night in real time. But for those that are watching Harris County, Manchester, back to the action with Rick Beach up in Hamilton, Georgia. Take it away, Rick.
to the field for your halftime entertainment, the sound of the County Tiger Band. The band is under the direction of Dr. Christopher Libby, Mrs. Stephanie Darlington, Mrs. Tony Tharp, percussion instructor Mr. Matt Sellers, and color guard instructors Tabby Grantham and Nikki Ritchie. Tonight they will be performing the first and second movement of their show, The Wedding DJ, featuring your favorite Sellers and color guard instructors Tabby Grantham and Nikki Ritchie. Musical hit and two drum majors Savannah Looney, Abby Johnson, and Evan Simmons. Is your band ready? You may now take the field for a halftime performance.
on the go. Kinetic is always with the app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And welcome back to Hamilton, Harris County High School. How about that for a halftime? Little Richard Holdridge letting you know what's going on. Then the sound of the county coming in. Great performance. I'd like to thank Harris County Sheriff's Office and I'd like to thank State Farm agent Rick Knight and all his support of Harris County football and all Harris County sports. He's been here for a long time in Harris County. You see his face when you're coming down 27 in Catala. You see his office in Hamilton. Rick Knight's been in and around the State Farm and helping Harris County and, you know, insurance needs that you got, man. You talk about home and auto. Rick Knight's the guy you got that going on. Love Rick Knight, his family, his wife's great. They've just been great people, and, you know, not just with the insurances, overall great people. Then Mike Jolly, Harris County Sheriff's Office, everything they do from court services, the jail, his admin, and the deputies on the streets, keeping us safe so we can have big events like this, great events going on in Harris County. And then that just brings me back to the scenery right here. And now that it's completely dark, now that we got the lights on, baseball, softball got their lights on, showing off their beautiful fields. Coach Dimitri and his baseball program got a fantastic looking field. Coach Jenkins over there at softball, his field is immaculate. They're in season, of course, so it's going to be a little bit better kept, but Coach Dimitri's right on his tail. So Coach Jenkins' field looks great. The indoor facility, the parking lot is absolutely packed as Manchester made the short trip down from Meriwether County, and it is packed in here, you know, making this just a great atmosphere. The scenery's great. We mentioned the colors. I'm big on colors matching. When you think the Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, you think about the colors that them rivalries clash. And you see the black and gold from Harris County, the blue and silver at Manchester. It just has that rivalry feel to it. And what better way to kick off year 70 for Harris County than have this great rivalry that's been gone from Hamilton for 20 years. Harris County played football 50 years, they quit playing this. At their 70th anniversary, they bring this rivalry back up here to Harris County, and we're about to get this second half started. I know Ethan Petitt barely got to catch his breath, keeping stats here in the first half. Your first football game. Quick thoughts before we kick this off.
It's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to keep doing it.
Second half started. I know Ethan Petitt barely got to catch his breath, keeping stats here in the first half.
Hope the Tigers.
So I'm talking about rather Ethan Petitt, like he's been in the business 20 years, knew how to get in, knew how to get out. And Tanner Guthrie going to kick this one off. Let's see. And clock running down. They look like they got time on the clock before halftime. Let's see. Are they going to let the clock keep going, or is the ref going to make them cut it short? He turns around and looks. As they try to figure that out, let's give a quick shout out to the Houston Clinic. All their support. Trainer, Miss Maddie, fantastic job, not just on game day, not just at football. Homegirl is at everything up here. Every sport we got going, you'll find Miss Maddie. Springtime's the busy time for her. She's bouncing around between the baseball field, soccer field, down to the gymnasium. And they got it teed up. And now the clock's at 12 minutes. He looks to his right, he looks to his left, he brings a hand down. And second half's underway. Nice high kick close to the he stepped out of bounds. They didn't call it. It don't matter. Keith Dohit comes in, hits him, gets the tackle, and then gets a 15-yard penalty right after it, and right in the face of Coach Tommy Watson, who is not pleased with his junior linebacker coming in. It happened right in front of Coach Watson. Coach Watson was on Keith as soon as it happened, and the official threw the flag anyway, and it would have been a great field position as the kick was perfect. And it's going to say after the play, personal foul, 15 yards. And, you know, you think back to the penalties in the first half, a holding penalty, a false start penalty that Harris County had. Those are okay. You can live with those. Those are physical errors. They happen in sports. What you can't live with is when it's a mental lapse and something like that so early in this game, in the second half, could bite you.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to do to start off the second half. Now you're just giving them yards as well. And just like you said, the penalties in the first half, you know, those are going to happen, but that shouldn't happen.
Absolutely. Coach Watson will definitely, by his actions here, will have something to say about that one in the film room. There goes a man in motion. They run into each other. He bounces through the outside, and he gets through the edge. 50, 45, 40, brought down by McGee. Darius Favors gets to the outside. Looked like Joe Taylor. Joe Taylor made the tackle. Harris County had the running back, quarterback ran into it, and McGee and Favors hit each other. Looked like they're going to have a negative play. Bounced to the outside, kicked it in another gear, and now they're looking at first down already inside the Harris County 40, down to the 38 with first down. So you had him right about the 21, 22-yard line on the kickoff. 15-yard penalty, big play later. They're inside the 40. Line up this wing T, man in motion. They're going to hand it to the motion man. Cartavius Gamble gets to the outside, and they're going to give him about a yard. Harris County, great job with outside containment. P.J. Sterling coming in there. We were going to talk about him in the pregame show. Ethan was P.J. You see him with a big play right there. And they're going to keep going right here. That was P.J. Sterling with the outside containment, keeping him from the outside.
Yeah, and a shout out to Logan Winkles, you know, new defensive coordinator. Did give up that first play touchdown, but man, have they been good since.
And here they go. Motion man Gamble. How about a false start down here on the near side? There it is. And here they go. Motion man Gamble. There it is. And that's going to be 5 yards the wrong way for Manchester. So down. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. We're going to set up 2nd and 14. As Harris County's defense, you mentioned Coach Winkles coming in from Warner Robins. He played at Upson Lee, coached at Upson Lee for a little while. You know, as a player at Upson Lee, his head coach was Tommy Watson. So he knows what Coach Watson expects, not just out of his players, but he holds his coaches to a high standard as well. And Coach Winkles knows that coming in. And here goes 2nd and 14 from the 42. McGee under center, Anthony behind him. Quick throw to the outside, man spins, nice play. They get him going out of bounds. That was Bronte Jones with the catch. Gonna be a short gain. It's right there. It was McGee took the snap, faked it to Darius Favors, and threw it to the outside real quick. Other than that long pass play over the middle, both teams really best passes, a short gain out to the outside. Harris County throwing it to Jalen Robinson, 7 catches and about 60 yards in the first half. We'll see that here in a minute with the defense. Here he goes, rolling outs. McGee, he's looking downfield, throws on the run, overthrows it, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He took the snap and rolled out to his right, looking downfield, trying to catch this defense napping. And let's see what they want to do. Looks like the punter, Gamble, is out there. Cartavius Gamble with a nice punt earlier. And here goes Jalen Robinson going deep to receive the punt. And 4th and 9. Gamble has it. Gamble low kick this time. Robinson going to let it go. And it takes a bounce and it rolls and it looks and it's going to be should be a touchback. We're looking. There it is. And Harris County's going to take over on the 20-yard line. And how about an ice-cold Coca-Cola on a night like this? I know it was hot earlier today. Me and my man Ethan Petitt up here at the school, you know, we started in The morning time for him, he was in first block. He talked to some teachers. Miss Snyder's been absolute wonderful to work with, helping out with the scoreboard. Ethan Petitt's helping out. We've been up here all day. About 1 o'clock, Ethan said, man, I could sure love to go over there to the concession stand and grab an ice-cold Coca-Cola. We went over there and had one in the back. It was muggy, hot, but it was just awesome job. Nothing just cools you down like a Coke, and nothing fires you back up like a laundry on the field. And there's a flag out there before the first play of the drive. And it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 15. And Harris County, again, going the wrong way. You think back to these first half, it could have easily right now be 21-6. As now it's 1st and 15. Alexich got the play. They got 3 receivers down here at the bottom. Cade Tyus closest to you. Robinson behind, looks like Taylor. They're going to give it to Kingston. Cuts back again. Stiff arm, driving them legs. 5, 6, 7 yards. And he's going to be down. He's got 3 offers on the table from colleges, 1, including Arkansas State at the Division I level. And I'll shout out Kentucky State has offered him as well. Kentucky State, Christian Olson, Ty Durham, and how about Mateo Yeoman? Who could forget him? Big 43 when he was there. I believe he's wearing 44 up at Kentucky State. And they're up there at Kentucky State. They're trying to get Kingston Rivers as well. But he's been having a great job on defense, a couple big plays, but running the ball really, really well is Kingston. And that sets up a 2nd and 8 now. And it's going to be a quarterback power. Tries to find a gap. There's really nothing going. Maybe 1, 2 yards. Set up a 3rd down and medium situation here. Harris County runs the offensive lineman out on the field. Trey Anderson came running out. Coach, move, that's Justin coming off. Trey coming on. They're loving these offensive linemen, keeping the big bodies rotating, keeping the big bodies fresh. Such a big, big deal, especially when you run the ball like Harris County does. Matthew Alexich, Kingston Rivers, Nolan Johnson, Carter Myers, all getting some carries. And it's Nolan in the game now to the left of Alexich. They're going to snap it to him. Fake rollout. Alexich got to throw with a man on him. And let's see here. They're going to say that's an illegal play. They're looking for the flag. Keith didn't get it. And it's going to set up a 4th down and 7 from your own 23. And I don't even think Coach Watson likes to gamble that much. He's going to have to run a punt team out there. And Harris County, for the first time tonight, will do a punt. Looks like McGee going to punt it. Zephaniah McGee. The sophomore booms it. You can hear it come off his foot like a shotgun. Gets a Harris County bounce. 35, another big bounce. 30, inside the 30 to the 29. And Z with a punt that flips field position. I'm telling you, I was looking back to see who was returning it, and I heard something pop off in the backfield. I looked, and Z done boomed that ball. And how about that roll right there, Ethan? It rolled a good 20 yards ago inside the 30.
Yeah, that was such a fortunate bounce for them. And, I mean, it was a good punt either way, but
Yeah.
you add on those yards with the bounces, and now they flipped the field completely.
What a great job. Remember last year they had the senior. Not many times you see somebody go from safety. Last year with Brooks, Demetrius. This year looks like the same thing with Z. Play a little DB, run out there and punt it, and help your own defense out with field position. Harris County comes in. See DJ Hosley wearing number 5 this year, sliding up in there around the hash mark. Manchester under center. Anthony in motion. Toss out to Favors. And there's Rivers with the play. Then P.J. Sterling and Carter Myers take him down. And it's going to be a stop right there, maybe around the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit defense by Harris County. Looked like the officials may have missed the hold right on the edge. But, hey, but P.J. Sterling came around that play and contained him. Carter Myers came in and helped him clean it up. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. No gain on the play here from the 29. Looks like the ball's on the 28. They lost a yard on that play. Going to be 2nd down and 11. What a play right there, P.J. Sterling. And now Liam Colley, big 35 right in the middle, pointing them where they need to go. They get down here, P.J. Sterling with his hand in the dirt. Another man in motion. Favors rolling around. Go to Gamble right up the middle. And Harris County comes in. Gets a play. He got about 3-4 yards. This Harris County defense loves physicality coming in. That was Kingston Rivers, Preston Jenkins. Ethan, we look back, way back. Let's go way back. Beginning of spring practice, first day in pads. We talked about how excited we was all day. That first practice, your first time seeing them in pads up close. What'd you take away from that?
That they love to hit and that they fiend to hit, and, you know, they love doing it, and that's why their defense has been so good tonight, because they've, you know, gotten hats on the ball, and they've been really good.
And here we go with third down, 8 to go from the 31. Manchester gets up under center like they have all game. McGee calling out the play. It's going to be Gamble in motion. Fake it to Favors. He stands back looking. Harris County's coming on him. They hitting the balls in the air. It's going to be intercepted. Harris County at the 40-yard line. Harris County's got their second turnover of the day. We look around to see who that was. I'm going to say as DJ Hosley gets it, the senior stepping up on the first game of the year, making the play. The pressure, Liam Collin, as DJ Hosley gets it, the senior stepping up on the first game of the year, making the play. The pressure, Liam Collin coming with there. Pressure on the quarterback, threw it in the air before he wanted to. DJ goes back like a center fielder, catches that ball from the receiver. And they have my favorite thing in sports, Uncle Mo, momentum.
Yeah, and that was the play that looked like the play they scored on the first play, and Harris County bid on the first one, but they did not there. That was a good play.
Nice play. DJ just staying back, staying with the receiver, trust the guys up front to make the play. And now Harris County's going to try to add to this narrow little 1-point lead we've been holding on to all night. There's a play to Carter. Fake over the middle. Looks like that's Cade. He spins. He's still alive. He's going down to the 40. Another man misses. Cade Tyus has it around. Let's see, that's about a 20-yard gain. Harris County goes from 140 to the other 40 in one play. So we just want to keep this momentum going with him. As Cade Tyus. That play got this crowd on a roar. And now it's going to be Kingston Rivers to the right as the wind picks up here in Hamilton like it normally does, and a flag comes out along with the wind. They're going to call a illegal procedure just like that, and Harris County's backing up again. It's going to be second down and 15.
Second and 15.
For Harris County.
I couldn't see exactly who they got there. I think maybe it might have been Jalen Robinson here on the near side. I saw a little twitch. I don't know if that's what they called, though. I could have missed something else.
Yeah, I saw he had the two hands on the helmet, usually the guilty symbol. Let's see, he's got Kingston to the left of Alexic. 3 receivers up top. Jalen down here by himself. It's going to be Kingston. Hit, spun down to the ground for a big loss. That's going to set up a third down and about 18, 19 to go. Harris County, again, all the momentum going one way, shoots himself in the foot to go the other way. And it's third down and 19. And I'll say this for Coach Watson, his whole playbook's open. We've seen runs on these plays and quarterback power. We've seen screens go for big plays on third down. So ain't no telling what Coach has up his sleeve right here, Ethan.
Said earlier, you know, on that 3rd and 24, and they gained 20 yards. So, yeah, it's really – no telling what he's going to pull out here.
Harris County's got the play in. Alexic tells everybody. Got Kay Tyus and Jalen Robinson at the top of the screen. And it's going to be a timeout, Harris County. And how about a shout out to Miss Maddie down there, the trainer from the Houston Clinic. Houston Clinic supporting Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Glad to have them on board with us. And the trainers throughout these schools, especially Columbus, up here at Harris County, over in Phoenix City, Houston Clinic provides trainers. It's not just during games. Ethan, you go to school up here, you know how important Miss Maddie is to the student body.
Yeah, and, you know, when we're up at the facility first block, you know, they're always working. Yeah. And, you know, she's got a great squad with her, too, you know, helping out with football.
School up here, you know how important Miss Maddie is to the student body.
Yeah, and, you know, when we're up at the facility first block, you know, they're always working. Yeah. And, you know, she's got, you know, helping out with football. And what they do.
Yeah, you got Miss Maddie. They get these, like anything, like a football team. She gets these kids, freshman, sophomore, and she's working them. Then their senior year, junior year, if you do good in class and you help the players out, you show up to events, you get to be on the football staff. A lot of these girls, this is their first year with football, but they've been with Maddie and other sports throughout their whole career here at Harris County. It's just something the county does that's special. And, you know, we could talk on a personal, WRBL brought it up, the social media team, how it is, we're trying to get, you're a sophomore, Braxton's a senior, but we're trying to get the growth of everything, not just on-field talent, off-field talent, training room, Houston Clinic helping us out with that. And it's going to be a quarterback run right up in the middle. Alexis going to set up a 4th down and about 14 as he gains around 6. And 4th and 14. And here we go. Zebaniah coming out here. The guys just call him Z at practice. Coaches call him Z. Zebaniah McGee in the punt it. Great punt last time. Takes his time, no pressure. Another nice kick. They call for a fair catch, backing up. And he catches about the 10, 11-yard line. And that's where Manchester will take over on 1st down. Nice punt. 2 punts in a row. And Z's really come in. And Harris County's defense goes back out there. 4 minutes on the clock. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. And they're trying to get going. I'd like to thank Christ Chapel for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Harris County Pastor Randy Huff is a great guy, great supporter. He's up here watching the games all the time. So I'd like to thank them. How about Pine Mountain Chiropractor up there in Pine Mountain, Dr. Jeff Russell. Dr. Jeff is amazing, awesome work. I go up there once a week, and my wife goes up there once a week. So we've known Dr. Jeff a long time. Great chiropractor. Here goes under center again. McGee gets the snap. See who that is. Favors gets it. He gets about a 5-yard gain. Gets it out to about the 15, 16-yard line.
Darius Favors, the ball carrier.
And they're going to blow the whistle. And it's going to be a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. Let's see, cramps have been pretty bad for both teams. And that's a cramp. That's nothing to get hide off the screen tonight is cramps on the field. You see him getting that leg stretched out. It's hurting pretty bad. Threw the helmet off. You can tell that's a bad cramp. But that's what happens on these kind of nights. They're muggy. It's a little cooler for August, but it's still for the amount of sweat you're going through right now. You see Harris County and Manchester both just trying to get all the water they can right now, trying to prevent cramps. I've been on the sidelines down here. I've been down here so many times. As you see the water tower on your screen, I think these players could drain that water tower right now to make up all the sweat they're losing for them cramps. And he gets going. We got about 4.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Both teams scored on their first possession. Manchester scoring on the first play, an 82-yard bomb. Dre McGee found Ja'Cory Anthony. Harris County scored and had about a 36-yard drive, I believe, after a great punt return or kickoff return by Joe Taylor. And then we had Alexis with the quarterback keeper for the touchdown. Looked like Harris County was going to be rolling. First play, Manchester hit a bomb, and we ain't seen a point hit the scoreboard since. And, hey, how about that missed extra point, Ethan? You know, Manchester, 1 play, touchdown, everybody going crazy. Harris County, great job coming in with their hands up. Kicker pulled it, and look at the scoreboard. That's a big difference.
Yeah, because now even if Harris County could score another touchdown, they get another extra point. Now you're forcing Manchester to get a 2-point conversion in the 4th quarter. So, we'll see. But, I mean, that was huge now, especially how the score stayed the same.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see that 1 point, man. It's what makes – you have to hit every aspect of a game. Offense, defense, special teams. It's cliche. You hear it all the time. But you have to do all 3 well to win a football game, especially – we saw this game last year, 16-8 final score. We knew it was going to be a close game this year, and here it is 1 point. Harris County holding on to this lead. Defense run back out there, and you just knew it was going to be close, and this as close as you can get right now with this little 1-point lead for Harris County, and it's going to be 2nd and 4, ball on the 16. McGee calling the play. Gamble down here. Let's see if they put him in motion. No, his motion's come from the other side. This is Jacory. Jacory Anthony trying to make a man miss. And he's going to get up around the 20, 21. Let's say that might be enough for a Manchester first down. Jacory Anthony trying to make a man miss. And he's going to get up around the 20, 21.
The ball carrier stopped by Carter.
Field. It's going to be a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And we're going to take a break and be right back. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Harris County after this.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at a I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, open up an account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And welcome back to Derek Moxley Concrete Services Harris County Game of the Week right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live as Manchester and Harris County is locked in a classic battle. These teams played from the mid-1950s till the early 2000s and took a 19-year break in playing. Last year was the first time playing in 19 years. The last time they played before that was 2005 right here in Harris County. And Harris County's hosting Manchester for the first time since that 05 matchup. And that's just amazing to see. It's also the 70th year of football for Harris County. You've seen that awesome 70-year graphic all over Harris County football social media, made none other than Ethan Petitt. As now we go back to action. McGee under center. Looks like a new back behind him. And they're going to hand it to the new guy. And he's met quickly. Look like Trevor Gibson, Preston Jenkins coming in there. As looks like Kadofi Ravel. Favors has a play. 2nd down and 6 for Manchester. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Time just rolling off the clock for both teams running the ball. Man in motion's Gamble. It's going to be a fake drop back. Wide open down the middle. Preston Jenkins in coverage. And incomplete as Preston Jenkins got the call in summer practice. You know, after spring practice, they have summer workouts. Talking to some of the people around here, and they moved Preston Jenkins from linebacker back to safety. And, you know, when he was at linebacker, people say he's kind of small to play there. He wasn't putting on the weight. Coach Holbrook, awesome strength and conditioning coach, one of the best around is Coach Holbrook. Like, man, he's just not gaining the weight we want. They put him at safety, Ethan. That dude's an electric safety.
Yeah, and he's been terrific everywhere he plays, right?
Yeah.
And we've seen him go everywhere, offense, defense.
And he's also the long snapper as it's 3rd down and 6. Harris County's defense all crowded up on that line of scrimmage. And timeout Manchester with 3:36 to go. And it's going to be a timeout on the field. Let's give a shout out. And don't forget, after the game tonight on GIAA.com, live from the Beck Center, Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge bringing you all the GIAA action. Hey, we know this is a GHSA game, but that's a great show. Them two guys really built that show. Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge, original on the show. They break down the GIAA from the whole state, not just the teams down in Columbus, the Pacelli and Brookstone. They break it all down. It's a great show. GIAA.com, show live at the Beck Center. And how about that halftime show that Richard Holdridge had today, giving you all the scores from the games in Columbus, the battle on the north side in Columbus. You got Northside and Shaw going head-to-head tonight. It is just a great atmosphere and a great show by Richard Holder, really bringing some energy, and he's been excited about that show, and we're all excited for him on the job he's doing. And after the timeout, it's 3rd and 6, and we crawl up on this little table up here in the broadcast booth. Favors in the backfield. McGee is straight drop back, looking downfield, quick throw, hit. Let's see, it's going to be short. I think it's going to be about a 4th and 1, 4th and 2. So he threw that pass quick to the outside. McGee. Looks like that might have been Anthony with the catch. Ja'Cory Anthony.
I'm kind of surprised they're going for it here, especially with the way their defense is held up today. They proved that they can stop Harris County. In a close game like this, I don't know.
And let's see, now they might be, probably been Anthony with the catch. Ja'Cory Anthony.
I'm kind of surprised they're going for it. County.
Yes, 4th and 2, along. Going to punt the ball. Jalen Robinson running in the field. I know in the first half I said Jalen Ramsey, but hey, sometimes he just reminds you of electric players in the NFL. And here we go. It's going to be Gamble on the punt. Robinson on the return it. There's the punt, and it gets away. Just did. Robinson catches it. He wants to return it. 40, 45. They bring him. Spark some life into this offense and try to get them going downfield and get back on the scoreboard. We're inside 3 minutes. We're about 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. This Harris County offense looking for something to get going. It seems like they're doing the old-fashioned 1 step forward, 2 steps back all game since that first drive. If they can avoid the personal mistakes, stop shooting themselves in the foot, they could try to take a big 8-point lead with a touchdown extra point and really put some pressure on this Manchester offense that loves to grind the ball. They want to run the clock down. They don't want to line up and throw it every time. Put them in a position where they have to, and Harris County could do that with a score. They're going to start right here on the 47-yard line, and it's going to be a handoff going around. I didn't see the number on that one. His legs are still moving. Offensive line pushing him. They're pushing him, and he got about 4 yards. Offensive line helped him get about 2, and they got about 6 on across midfield. Again, I want to say that was Joe Taylor with the carry. It was Joe Taylor going. We saw him on the first play of the game when he got a big. I'm sorry, that was Jaden Brown with the carry. 23, 28 look the same up here. I know I need glasses. I'm getting old. Going to give it to him. A quick pass over here to Jalen. Jalen inside the 35, down around the 32. I know the cameraman didn't fall for it, but I fell for it on the fake. I thought they handed it back off to Brown. But how about that? Jalen Robinson having a heck of a night with another big catch. Alexic getting that ball out quick. The big part of that play is getting it out quick. He made the fake, threw it out there, and Harris County's in business down to about the 31-yard line. And 1st and 10, they got to quit making mistakes right here when they get momentum as they're getting close to the 30. They got trips down here at the bottom. Alexic straight back, throws over the middle to Cade Robinson. Cade Tyus, I'm sorry. And it's dropped. He threw it a little high. Cade Tyus going over there. If it was a little lower, maybe he makes the play. But I'll tell you one thing, Ethan, if he makes that catch, he's getting lit up by that safety.
Yeah, and maybe a little fortunate that that ball wasn't completed, because if he goes down, I mean, you know, that's a young receiver, and I mean, he probably hasn't felt a hit like that, especially in a game.
That safety was bearing down wide open, and the high throw sails incomplete, sets up 2nd and 10. Minute 24 to go here in the another incompletion. That one's dropped at about the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. And stay tuned. After late in the 4th quarter, we're going to name Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. So you got to hang out for that one and see who gets it. Right now, You know, you looking around, Alexis got the touchdown, but Jalen Robinson having a heck of a game at wide receiver. He's making a run for it, and still a lot of time on the clock for somebody else to come in and make a play. Right now it's 3rd and 10. It's going to be a whistle and timeout, Coach Watson, and he's not too happy down there on the sidelines having to burn that timeout with 1:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We're going to keep going. We'd like to thank Bashir's Kubota over in Opelika, Joe Dasher, great supporter of Harris County Athletics. And he reminds me, he says, make sure you tell the people in Harris County, the business is in Opelika, but he is a Harris County guy. He's at the game. He buys the season tickets, comes to these. He goes to some road games, but he says, hey, he ain't going to lie. He loves watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live, watching the games, Harris County road games. Hey, all road games right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Harris County. And Joe Dasher watches them. But if you want to get a Kubota, and hey, it's not just tractors. It could be a lawnmower. It can be a side-by-side. Kubota's got all kind of stuff. Give him a call. It's going to be Joe Dasher, 334-203-1322. Hey, I got family members that's going all the way over there to Opelika to get the tractor. It's the largest dealership, I believe, in the Southeast. I know they've got the most combos of anybody in the Southeast. Bashir's Kubota in Opelika is to go see Joe Dasher. And try not to spend 30 minutes like I do talking Harris County football to him. And now it's 3rd and 10 here at the 31. They're going to hand it, fake it to Rivers. Alexis dives across the 20. It's going to be a county first down inside the red zone. And Matthew Alexis faked it to Rivers, and I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth how smooth he was running down the hash mark and getting that first down. And I think Manchester didn't even see the handoff as a couple of them just watched him run by. And how about this at the 19, just inside the red zone's Harris County, and the clock ticking to a minute to go. Coach Watson loves looking at the clock, looking at the play clock now, just going as play clock's at 12, 10. They always get it under 10. They love just taking the air out of the ball if they can, especially with a 1-point lead here in the 3rd. They hand it off up the middle. Kingston Rivers spinning around. He breaks it again. He's going to cross the 15 down to the 14, be a 5-yard gain. The clock's at 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd. As we look around, let's see if Coach Watson wants to just run this clock down, or they want to get one more play. There's about 3 seconds difference in the play clock and the game clock. Matthew Alexis standing around the 30-yard line looking at Coach Watson. Coach Watson's heading to a water bottle. I think he's expecting this thing to roll to the 4th quarter, and he is. And, hey, ladies and gentlemen, Harris County clinging to a little old 1-point lead is going to go to halftime. Harris County 7. Oh, I'm sorry, head to the 4th quarter. I'm so excited for this 4th quarter. And that 3rd quarter flew by. And Harris County comes jumping off the field. They're getting excited. The band fires up. The student section gets moving. And there they go. The crowd picks up as the players begging for noise, Ethan. They want Harris County to make some noise. You see the flag starting to fly down there in the student section. Everybody wearing white. And you see right there the Harris County Touchdown Club crowd cam. They're making some noise. Harris County's going to flip down to the other side of the field. And they got this 1-point lead they've been holding to since early in the 1st quarter. But Harris County's down to the 14. They're looking to add to that lead. And they're meeting over on the sidelines. The officials coming down. Man, they're setting it up down here. We're going to stay right with you. On you got they move it back. Ball's going to be on the 14. Don't forget New right with you. On you got they move. Don't forget New, the Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Coca-Cola coming in, presenting sponsorship coming in, helping us out and saying, hey, nothing more traditional than football and Coca-Cola. And they're coming in here, combining together, and it's going to be a great season. We're looking forward to it. Talked to some of the guys over at Coke, and they're super excited about coming on Georgia Alabama Sports Live And, you know, that's what makes a sponsorship great. It's not just when you go having to beg someone. When they come to you and say, hey, we love what you're doing. We love football. We love the community. We're jumping on board. And that's what Coca-Cola's done. And now right here, Harris County, 2nd and 5. That chill bumps on me right now because we're in a barn burner, son, here in the 4th quarter. See what they get going here. Harris County quick to the line. Alexich, Kingston Rivers going to be Kingston trying to get to the outside. He can't. Great job by Manchester. Little containment right there. He might have got a yard. It's going to be 3rd down, about 5 to go. And if you're Harris County, Ethan, remember, you got 2 plays right here. I don't know if Coach would want to kick a field goal, but you got 2 plays to try to get 5 yards.
Yeah, and also with that just short yard play there, I mean, that's kind of been a recurring theme tonight. You know, Harris County gets momentum. You know, they get hot, and then all of a sudden, you know, short play, negative play, flag, and all of a sudden, you know, they're 3rd down and, you know, still 15 yards to go.
Yeah, and that's what they've been fighting that battle all night. Now it's going to be shotgun snap. Alexich fakes it, throws it out. Cade can't make anybody miss, and slammed to the ground. And it's going to set up a 4th down and about 5. And we see Preston Jenkins. We see Nate coming out on the field, and we see Caden Harrison, which lets you know right now Harris County is going to try to kick this field goal. So it's going to be a junior kicker, Nate Batchelor, coming in. We mentioned the order of operations right here. It's going to be Preston Jenkins with the snap. Caden Harrison, they were on the same Little League team 8-9 years ago. They've been buddies a long time, Preston and Caden. Caden, the pitcher, Preston was catching back then. And here we go. Big field goal right here for Nate Batchelor. Snap, hold, kick. We look, we watch. We look, the ball's good. Harris County takes a 4-point lead as that field goal really changes everything here in Hamilton. And Harris County goes up 10-6 with about 10 and a half minutes to go in the 4th quarter. That was Bashir's Kubota scoring drive. Harris County coming downfield after the punt. Jalen Robinson with a nice return, got it to about the 45. So that ball, that yardage, about 55 yards covered right there on that scoring drive. And hey, you didn't get the touchdown, Ethan, but you got 3 points, which is huge because now that forces Manchester here in the 4th quarter to get a touchdown.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say you have to force Manchester to get into the end zone, and, you know, they did, but that was the first play of the game, right? And Harris County has been great defensively, you know, since. So I really like that decision of kicking that field goal there. And, hey, that proves that, you know, your sophomore kicker has a little bit of distance on him. So,
yeah, when you're bringing in a young kicker like that, and it's been, you know, Nate's doing the field goals. You see Tanner coming in, kicking the kickoffs. You know, you replace the senior and Logan Shelnut. And, hey, this kicker's getting confidence. He made the extra point earlier. He made that. And special teams could be a big difference. That's why it's a 4-point game and not a 3-point game. Was a missed extra point on the other side. Here comes Tanner to kick it off. Gunther lines up. He looks down to his right. He turns and looks to his left. Everybody's getting set up. He gets a call from the coach on what they want to do, where they want this ball to go.
They only have 10 now, right?
You're right, Ethan. And
well, now they just ran 2 on. Yeah,
and Harris County whistles on the field.
Yeah, and this is what walkthroughs are for, right? These are mistakes that also can't happen. You have 12 guys on the field. You know, you talk about it all the time. Those are just costly mistakes.
And now you're going to kick it off 5 yards further back for the sophomore kicker, Tanner Gunther. And you could tell, I mean, you mentioned walkthroughs. You know what team you're on when, you know, kick coverage is called. You need to run out there. And Harris County's problem was they had too many guys wanting to get on the field. Either way, now you're kicking it from the 35. Gunther looks. He looks. He's ready to kick it. Hand goes up. Hand comes down. And the ball's up. They're going to try to get it in the corner. And he's going to catch it right over there. He didn't step out. He cuts to the middle of the field. And the flag comes flying in. This could all be for nothing, but it could be big. As he's running down the sideline. Harris County chasing after him. And they hit him out of bounds at the 15. And our eyes go all the way back to the 25 on the other side.
Yeah, they're pointing that way. I think they might get a hold.
The flag on the field came out. It came from the back judge, it looked like. And now we check to see if that's what it was. And if it is, it could be a real big swing because you're looking at a 30, 40-yard penalty, 45-yard penalty when they move it back. And let's watch the white hat make this call. And it's going to be a hold on Manchester. And this whole crowd collectively takes a deep breath out. As you can hear now, they're picking up the noise. Now you think not just momentum. You don't just have Uncle Mo on your side. You might have Lady Luck on your side. And the band picks up. The student section starts getting a little bit louder as they can sense how big this drive is. Just over 10 minutes to go in the game. And they're going to put the ball on the 21-yard line. No, it's going to be the 16-yard line. Harris County up by 4 after a Nate field goal. Nate Batchelor crushed the field goal through there to give this 4-point lead. He's got 4 points tonight. He could say he's the difference in this game. You know, it's one of the fun things being around the team. We're around the team a lot. And Nate's one of those guys I pick at him. You know, the Tanner and some of the other kickers, they lift weights together. Well, Nate don't. Nate lifts weights with the linebackers and running backs. He's built like a linebacker, a big kid, soccer player and all that. He just don't like contact as much, so he's cool being the kicker, and he can boom them. And he's a difference maker tonight as here comes Manchester. And Harris County comes in there. Hey, look who it is, big number 10, P.J. Sterling making a difference. Yeah, you see P.J. coming in there. Ethan, you mentioned it before the game. Me and you was talking, getting our show notes ready, and you said you were looking at P.J. being a difference maker.
Yeah, now that he's a captain too, you know, he's proven that, you know, he can be one of those guys on the field. You mentioned he was special teams, but now he's moved his way up, and he's made a lot of key plays tonight and contributed to the way this defense has played.
Absolutely, and he's an energetic guy. He brings energy for the whole team, especially that defensive line. Coach Holbrook's baby's boys down there on that defensive line. It's going to be a run to Anthony. He's trying to get it outside. Chase from behind. A little like Carter Myers. We're trying to get eyes on it and see who it was. And it was senior linebacker Carter Myers coming in there making a play. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 from the 19 for Manchester.
By number 56, Trevor Gibson.
I'm sorry, that was Gibson with the play. I'm looking for Myers out there. I don't even. Yeah, there he is down there talking to the DB. Harris County rocking new jerseys tonight. They got a black on white look, something we ain't seen from Coach Watson since his first year here. He's been black on black all the time since that amazing 23 season. And right now, 3rd down and 7. Going to be whistles and a timeout. Manchester. Now, I will say this leaves Manchester with 1 timeout, down by 4, under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. It's going to be a doozy here in Hamilton, and we're going to take a break with them on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC truck. Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. With a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no pay November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best.
And welcome back to a barn burner here in Hamilton on Tiger Way, right between Highway 116 and Mobley Road, Harris County's Tiger Stadium, Danny Durham Field. Manchester in a shotgun on 3rd and 7. They're rolling out. Pressure's trying to come from behind. He's going to be down a little bit past the line of scrimmage. We look down there. There's Carter Myers making a play. Let's see who's getting up at the bottom of that pile. Liam Colley was down there. And that's going to set up 4th down and 6 to go from the 20. And the punt team coming out. See Jalen Robinson coming out here. The sophomore receiver. You know, it's funny, Ethan, me and you started talking, you know, during baseball season, and you told me about your friend, you know, he's a sophomore. You've known him, you know, since being here in Harris County with Jalen Robinson, and he's just having an electric night tonight, and he's back here to get this punt from Gamble. There's the punt, and they're going to let it go, and it's going to take a Manchester bounce, but it ain't going to go to not about the 38-yard line. Yeah, Harris County come close as they could to running into the, went for the block. He slid kind of into the feet, but didn't take him down, didn't run into him and knock him out. And how about another shout out to the Houston, to running into the, went for the block. He slid kind of into the feet, but didn't take him down, didn't run into him and knock him out. And how about another shout out to the Houston, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. They've been around these high school sports as long as you can remember. And hey, anytime area, you know, Jack Hughes at all the time on the sidelines with Auburn. There's pictures of him when you go over there. I've had 2 ACL surgeries myself. I've had a lot of time at Houston Clinic. They're a great place. And hey, the rehab center's fantastic, top notch. And sometimes you run into SEC football players there with the same thing going on. Here's 1st down from the 38. Alexich in that shotgun. Fake, throw over the middle. There's K. Titus to the 50. Make a man.
Yeah, it'd be Coach Watson, but if you complete that pass, timeout. So, you know, you run 4 minutes, you're really starting to put pressure on Manchester to get into the end zone.
Yeah, that's where they're looking for that quick hitter. Sometimes your running game or your passing game can be an extension of your run game. They're looking for that. There's a handoff to Carter Myers up the middle, and that's going to be a big gain for Harris County. He's going to be across the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. It could set up about a 2nd and let's say 3rd and about 4, I believe. As Harris County's looking up at the clock. Now we're inside 7 minutes, where I got ahead of myself earlier. Look down the sidelines. I saw T.J. Johnson, remember that 2023 team. I see Rand Ogletree, graduated last year. There's a snap. They're going to hand off. Fake it to Kingston. Alexich keeps it. 1st down to about the 30. Great job, Matthew Alexich. He loves running the ball, and he's showing it here as the clock's at 6.5 minutes to go, and Harris County has a 1st down.
Thank you for your understanding.
Let's see where the play clock's going to 20. They're trying to set the chains.
Another thing is Matthew Alexich has got Harris County out of a lot of sticky situations. He's converted on those quarterback keys.
They're trying to set the chains.
Another thing is Matthew Alexich has got Harris County out of a lot of sticky situations. A couple times, and that one.
There's Alexich on cue, and he's going to get that one down to about the 25. And right now, hey, if you can get 4 or 5 yards of carry, you'll take that all day long, because you're looking at that clock, and it's ticking down to 6 minutes. And you're here down at the 25-yard line. Harris County's trying to get into that red zone and keep them Blue Devils offense on the sidelines. We're inside 6 minutes ago. This is part of the game, Ethan, where I look at the field, I look at the clock, I look at the field, and I look at that clock, and I'm begging for them seconds to tick off. So here we go. Alexich on 2nd and 5 from the 25. He flips Kingston from his left to his right. He's got Jalen down here at the bottom of the screen, Cade at the top. It's going to be a fake. Throw it over the middle. Ball's tip, double tip, and it hits the ground as that ball was almost disaster for Harris County. And now with 5.5 minutes to go, it's going to be 3rd and 5 at the 25. And that was, again, just dodging a big mistake as that ball was deflected twice over the middle of the field.
This could be one of the plays now that we look back after this game that, you know, could have decided it, right? 3rd down and about 6 to go. This is a big play here.
And here we go, 3rd and 6 from the 25. Alexis with Nolan Johnson to his left. Nolan's going to get the fake. Alexis up the middle. He's got the first down. He's going to be inside the red zone. Let's spot him about the 16-yard line. And Matthew Alexis doing what he does is pull that back and not scared of contact. And he bangs it in there for the first down again. And it's going to be a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout on the field. Right here as Miss Maddie runs over there from the Harris County sideline with one of her assistants, the student assistant, and a great job them students do and a great job Miss Maddie does. You know, I mentioned earlier how many sports that she can do, and I've been up here at baseball field, and she's had to go down, you know, at basketball's wrapping up as baseball's going on, and soccer has a lot of injuries. Soccer is just one of those sports with a lot of injuries, and she'll come over here, soccer, baseball, down to basketball, and just bouncing around. And, you know, bless her heart, she's the busiest woman up here in Harris County. And how about the social media guys here from Harris County High School? You see Sam Harkins and Braxton Roy, and we got them on camera. They better be working. I'm just kidding. Them guys are always working, I mean, late into the night. We're going to post the video that Sam Harkins played. We wanted to play it here at the stadium first. It'll come up later on. It'll be on the football social media page here at I believe it's HC Tigers Football on Facebook, County Football 1 on X. But you know what? I think we'll throw up a graphic on the football page with all the social media. I can make that happen on the social media page. I know a guy, so we'll get that going on. And it looks like the injuries off the field. Harris County's got 5.5 minutes to go. And we're going, and we mentioned the touchdown club, and I saw Mr. Lenny. He's working his tail off tonight up here, these home games, as every home game he is. But slinging out the best cheeseburgers you're going to find over there off the grill. Mr. Lenny's a fine guy, but that touchdown club is his baby, and he does a great job with it. He's been the president for years over it, and it's one of the top touchdown clubs around. And here comes Harris County onto the field. It's going to be Kingston Rivers, who's had a great night running the ball. And sometimes just being that eye candy that allows Alexich to run it and get the big gains, because you got to respect Kingston so much. So here's Alexich with Kingston to his right. Keith Doheed in there, number 22 in the H-back. Big Keith loves some contact, and it's going to be a false start right here on the wide receiver. Matthew Love got the palms up. I don't know what they're – you know, Harris County's had a couple times the wide receiver's been called for motion, and they're going to flag it off.
And they're picking that one up.
Not too many times you see the palms up work. That times it does, as Matthew Love talks himself out of a ticket. And we're going to have a 1st and 10. You can move that one back inside at the 16-yard line, 1st and 10 at the 16. So Harris County can get the first down inside the 5-yard line with 5.5 to go here in the 4th. Snap. And they give it to Kingston. He goes up the middle, 10 by the 9-yard line. And Harris County can feel it right now inside 5.5 minutes. They can feel what they're getting right now, killing the clock.
He's down to the 9-yard line.
They're at the 9, up by 4. They can get a touchdown here and really start driving that nail in. Alexich helping out the offense to get it set up.
Check that, 2nd down. As the clock is winding down, children, it's time to find your ride. Parents,
and there's the play clock. It's down around 15. Alexich runs in with the play. He's looking to take every second he can off of it. As we're inside 5 minutes now. Clock going down to 4.5. Alexich with Kingston to his right. He's going to give it to him again. He's at the 5, hit by a guy and brought down. And let's see what they're going to do. That's going to be enough for a first down. Manchester with 1 timeout. They're holding on to that timeout with all they got, trying to just anything happen to get that ball back. And Harris County's going to hold their feet to the fire, try to make them burn that time up. And let's see here. 1st and goal from the 5. Long time in the huddle. They're running that clock down, 8, 7 on it. Handoff up the middle. Kingston Rivers hit. Kingston River dives. Kingston Rivers in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be 16-6. We'll wait on this extra point. But Kingston Rivers running the ball. Great job all night, both sides of the ball for Kingston, and that touchdown. Ball. Great job all night, both sides of the ball for great game for the senior linebacker and senior running back who we mentioned missed all last season after the first game and making up for it tonight. And the kick is up. Nate Batchelor kick is good. And Harris County takes a commanding 11-point lead with 3:55. That's a Bashir's Kubota scoring drive for Harris County, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run by Masterpiece right here. Up, Tanner Gunther's looking around. He's been doing a great job of these angle kicks. You want the angle kicks to get inside the numbers. Nothing but the numbers and the whites of out of bounds. He's done a great job of that, really not allowing the guys get to the outside. And he's going to try it one more time, and it's going to be a high kick. That one he goes too much and out of bounds. And that's going to give Manchester really probably their best field position in a while. And this defense comes running out on the field here shortly after getting some words of encouragement from Coach Winkles. And, you know, we want to talk about that whole defensive staff from Coach Wingard, Coach Garrison. And how about the big nasties up front? Coach Holbrook's baby boys, that defensive line tonight against this offense.
Yeah, they've made a ton of great plays tonight. We've seen them stop Manchester time after time in big situations, you know, third downs and second downs. And, I mean, they've just been great tonight. And what Coach Holbrook has done to them in the weight room and their mentality, I mean, he's doing something right.
Absolutely. We talk about that first practice in the spring, that full pads, and just the culture change that's happened here in Harris County, and Coach Holbrook's had a big part of it. And a pistol formation for McGee, and man in motion's Gamble. They're going to hand it off, and they're going to get hit right there by a gaggle of Tigers, and he's pushed out of there. Trevor Gibson in there. Nolan Johnson. Pistol formation for McGee, and man hand it off, and they're going to get hit right there by a gaggle of Tigers. And in there with the play, Harris County feels that clock starts ticking down to 3.5. Chester's going to have to pick up some urgency right here. They're down by 2 possessions, 3.5 minutes to go. And Harris County, after a rivalry that's just lay stagnant for 19 years, one of the biggest rivalries in the area, just nothing happening for 19 years, coming back last year. And here goes another pistol formation. And they're going to fake it to him. McGee's going to keep it, try to get to the outside. Hit, brought down. Looks like DJ Hosley maybe came in. It was DJ, had the interception earlier, and DJ making a play. You know, that shows a team that's physical. When a cornerback comes in and lays a hit on somebody, that means your whole team is just filled with physicality, and it's going to be a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout on the field as Harris County comes to the sideline. They're going to talk about this one a little bit. That's the quarterback having to be helped off the field, so that means he's got to come out for at least one play, and it's going to be a big one. It's going to be about a 3rd and 8 here in Harris County. Inside 3 minutes. I look down the field. I see somebody you're familiar with, SRO, Deputy Petitt, keeping them off. Then I see a new face to Harris County, Mr. Vasquez down there, the gate guard right now. But Freddie Vasquez, I've known him a long time. He's a great guy. I love the fact he's coming up here to Harris County to help on the admin staff. And man, you look on the sidelines down here, see Matthew Alexich and West Cowboy Sappington chopping it up right there with Coach Nesbitt. And just, you know, Cowboys another one like Kingston set out all spring, all summer. But one thing, the big difference with Cowboy and Kingston, Cowboy was loud. He was a vocal leader. And, brother, you knew when he was at the field, he's the only guy that can get a whole team riled up without wearing pads when everybody's padded up. And here we go, 3rd down and 8. They're going to drop back. No, they're going to hand it off. Harris County chasing him. Gamble trying to break through. He can't. He's going to gain about a yard, maybe 2. And it's going to set up a 4th down and about 5 or 6 for Manchester.
Here's where those timeouts come into a huge play now, because now even if Manchester scores, no matter what, you know, field goal, touchdown, they don't have 3 timeouts to stop Harris County, so they have got to rely on trying to get the football back some other way, and obviously that is a lot easier said than done. But
absolutely, it's going to be a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout on the field, as Jack Houston Memorial Hospital has got called more than they ever expected on this one, but we kind of expected the cramps to play a big part in this. Like we said, you got to get the fluids, man. This is a big part of this game early in the season. And, you know, it's fun. We got a minute to talk about this. I talked to athletic director down in Columbus this year, and he was talking about how early the school year started. And it seems every year when school starts early, football starts earlier. We're in mid-August, and you're playing football these muggy nights. It's a little chillier tonight with that wind coming in. I'm telling you, look at down at these players. They are exhausted. We're in mid-August, and you're playing football these muggy nights. It's a little chillier tonight with that wind coming in. I'm telling you, look at down at these players. Good tonight. A lot of sweat as this game's dragging on. Harris County side really doing a good job staying hydrated.
yeah, and that's also comes back to the coaches too, right? You know, they got to teach these guys to make sure they're staying hydrated on the sidelines and staying locked in and what they're doing. And, you know, it's been very fun to watch these guys tonight.
And I tell you what's going to be very fun is going to be Tuesday at Fox's Pizza, 7 o'clock, the Tommy Watson Coaches Show. Here's 4th down. 4th and 6 from the 39. They snap it back. Manchester going to wave the white flag and punt it. And that ball's going to roll and roll. And Harris County don't even care how far it rolls, baby, because with 2:20 to go, they're going to take over and out down 2 possessions. And Harris County's offense coming out there. And let's see if they, with 2:19 to go, Harris County gets this ball. And let's see here with Coach Watson. And you see the offense running out on the field. So they're going to have this first play. And let's see, 1st and 10 from the 27. And Alexich gets a snap, gives it to Brown. Brown trying to make people miss, goes across the 30, 35. Nice run right there. Gets it down to about the 36-yard line. Going to gain about 7 yards, be 2nd and short. And we'd like to congratulate Kingston Rivers from Harris County being the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Great game for Kingston offense and defense. He scored the touchdown, that final nail in the coffin. So the clock is at 1:45 and ticking down. And there's a snap. Quarterback run. He's going to pound in there. That's Caden Harrison into the game.
Quarterback Caden Harrison.
And how about this for how this Harris County and just the county in general, Caden Harrison's dad, Kyle Harrison, was quarterback at Harris County last time Harris County and Manchester played. So it's pretty nice to see Caden getting into the game. So it's pretty nice to see in there's conversation. He wanted number 4. And even though he's older than Cade, he let Cade take it because Cade's been, just playing a little bit longer. So he wanted to forward like his dad. But here he goes again, Caden Harrison. And hey, he bangs it up in there again.
Yeah, and all these coaches love to see that from Caden, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because right, in these types of situations, right, where you don't necessarily want to use your starter.
Yeah.
And now you know that these two guys can really split reps, right? If you need this guy to come in at any point in the game, you know that he can do that dirty work and, run the football.
Yeah, Caden last season had an injury. He came back from it. And it's been, anytime you're a young kid, your body, these kids heal different. But right now we're at inside 40 seconds to go, and might be the last play right here as they try to run it down. Caden going to get the snap. Let's see what Caden hands it off up the middle. Big run. He's going to gain about 4 or 5. And Harris County starts walking off the field. The clock's at 17 seconds. Coach Watson's going to get the boys lined up on the 50. And we've waited 20 years for this rivalry to come back to Hamilton. And I'll say without a doubt, 19 for the rivalry to come back. And for Harris County, it was every bit worth the wait. Back-to-back wins over Manchester as Harris County holds on for a 17-6 victory. Ethan Petitt, how exciting was that game tonight?
That was so fun. And, as it didn't turn out how we thought it would in the first quarter, right? When, Harris County goes down and scores on their first possession. Now, they did have a short field. But then, one play later, now Manchester strikes back. All of a sudden, it's 7-6, and we're like 2 or 3 minutes in. And then we only get, 10 more points after that, and they were all Harris County after that. It was fun to watch this team, and also we got to learn a lot about the team, right, and what they can do and, how they can utilize some of their guys. So I can't wait to watch these guys go forward.
Absolutely. Did you see Cowboy? How about Cowboy over here at the 35 being the first one out, getting the student section riled back up, coming over there. Braxton Roy taking pictures of all this, bringing it to you on Harris County social media. But Harris County dominating open possession after the kickoff. Got hit in the mouth after that first play for Manchester. And Harris County stepped right back up, went toe-to-toe, and come out with a 17-6 win. Did not flinch after hitting the mouth. And that is a sign of just a good culture and a great team. And Coach Tommy Watson, absolutely excited. Backflips make you a little nervous going on as this team is fired up going on here. Don't forget Tuesday, 7 o'clock, Time Mountain up at Fox's Pizza, the Tommy Watson Coaches Show. And we got a lot to talk about with Coach Watson this week as we could review this game. We look ahead to another rivalry game last week. But, for us right now, for the old heads up here in Harris County, this is the rivalry. This is fun to have, and it's been an awesome 2 years to bring this rivalry back, and I hope it's not another 18, 19 years to renew this rivalry. And an awesome 2 years to bring this rivalry back, and I hope it's not another 18, 19 years to renew this rivalry. Tonight, don't forget GIAA.com. Thrift Manager and Richard Holdridge, and then stay tuned right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live Harris County. It's going to be the Care Like Colin post-game show hosted by none other than Ethan Petitt. He's going to be your voice this year for Harris County Athletics. I'll still be doing the football games. He's going to be my sidekick. But hey, baby boy's going to get the reins and take y'all home on these other sports. He's about to have the post-game show. Stay on, watch it, and listen to his thoughts on this action right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I'm Rick Beach. Ethan Pettit's going to see you in a minute. We'll be right back. Georgia.
It's a
Some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for you.
And welcome to the Care Like Colin post-game show. I'm Ethan Petitt, and Harris County starts the season 1-0. They beat a rival Manchester 17-6, and Harris County played a great game tonight, and they played very good, and the defense, they gave up a touchdown on the first play that they were out there, and they held their ground ever since. They did terrific, and I cannot wait to see how this team progresses. And the player of the game, Kingston Rivers, he scored the last touchdown for the Tigers, and he's going to be such a fun guy to watch. And obviously I just mentioned, everyone, coaching staff, players, they all contributed to this victory tonight, and they'll be playing next week on the road at Troop, and then our next home game will be in a couple weeks from now, back here with Dotery, and so it'll be a lot of fun to see. And I'm Ethan Petitt, and this has been the Care Like Colin post-game show.
I didn't know that was.